Okay, hey. Okay, here we go. Still in here. First book. Okay, part 2. Story 7, The First Baby. And yes, there is a full page painting on here. And that's what it looks like. Okay, it has a caption. The painting's by Russell Harlan. The first family was a busy one. Father Adam cultivated the soil. His boys learned how to plant the seed and grow and provide them food to eat. And Mother Eve kept the home. So that's where we're starting at with the illustration and the caption. And then we go part 2, story 7, the first baby. When God created the fish, birds, and animals, he said to them, "Be fruitful and multiply." In answer to God's his commandment, they soon appeared in the rivers and the seas thousands of baby fish, from the tiny minnow to the infant whale and the sea lions. In the trees and bushes of the forest, birds of every kind and color began to build nests, lay eggs, and hatch them, as the birds have done through all the centuries from that day to this. To the first sheep came the first little lambs, to the first bears came cuddly little cubs. The first elephants came cute little baby elephants, and so on throughout all creation. The whole world became one vast nursery, with thousands of mothers and fathers doing their best to feed and train their children. To Adam and Eve, God said, "Be fruitful and multiply." And he said he did not want them to be alone. He planned he planned that they should have a large family, enjoy all the love and companionship of many, many boys and girls. When they stop to think of it, when you stop and think of it, it was by far the greatest gift of God's love to those dear creatures of his hand. Better than all the beauties of nature. Better than all the rich better than the rich stores of gold and silver on earth. Better than all the friendships of the animals was the power to have boys and girls who would one day grow up to be men and women like themselves. This is the most precious gift intended to bring them endless happiness. As the children and their children's children should come to love and honor them throughout all time to come. How many children Adam and Eve had, we don't know. But in view of what we are told as of those far off days, we may be sure they had lots and lots of them. And what bright, beautiful children they must have been, offsprings of two majestic beings formed by the Creator himself. How the hills and dales must have rung with their happy laughter as they together in the fields and the woods and played with their animal friends. Beyond doubt, it was a joy and love of these children that helped Adam and Eve bear up under their sorrow of the loss of Eden. Of all the children they had known, the names of only three, and they were all boys. And these all boys. Of course, they must have had girls in their family too, but none of their names have been found in the Bible. The first name of the first baby, the, the name of their first baby, the first ever born in this earth, was Cain. No wonder they knew that name. Wait. No wonder we know that name. For first babies are always so very, very important, aren't they? How Adam and Eve must have loved that little boy. How they must have counted his fingers, his toes, and marveled at the beauty of his eyes, his nose, his ears, his mouth, the time and time again, just as all fathers and mothers have admired their first babies ever. I feel sure, too, that God, the Son of God, took many of took many a tender look at that soft little bundle of lovingness in Eve's arms, for he knew that someday he would come to live among the children of Adam just like that. What comfort little Cain must have been to the saddened hearts of his parents. Let me see, let me get back. Saddened heart of his parents. The very joy of looking at him, playing with him, and loving him must have helped them forget their sorrows. And all they thought that day when he grew up was a fine big boy, a young man just like his noble father. Wonderful dreams they must have had for him. What great hopes for the future they must have cherished in their hearts for this firstborn son. Let me move this out of the way. It's starting to get where I can hit the button and mess it up. At last, it would not be. Instead, this dear treasure, this joy of their hearts, became the source of their greatest sorrow. They thought they had paid the price of sin when they were driven out of the Garden of Eden, but they only begun to pay. So, all too soon, they were to see what sin can do in a boy's life, what it can do in a boy's home, what it can do in a parent's heart. Oh, sad, sad story. This beautiful baby, this perfect child, firstborn of the world's first man and woman, became the first murderer. And then down at the bottom, a watercolor illustration of Eve holding Abel with Cain. And that was part 2, story 7. And we're going to the next one.